Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the comforts of our couches and whatever for MMA Trivia Showdown, Wreck the Halls. That was a terrible intro. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. So we are having the semifinals for our Openweight Championship tonight. First, let me introduce my co-hosts for the evening. We have Tim TM Smith. How you doing, my brother?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, it's been a long day, but let's hammer it off with some trivia and see who wins.
And we also have the villain, Haven Pendergast. How are you tonight, sir?
Hey, I'm good, man. I got a front row seat. I'm ready to see these guys duke it out, man. Throw some punches, maybe some grapples. I want to see somebody submit, man.
All right, Hunter. So before we go to pre and post match, before we go to pre-match interviews, I just want to explain what's going to go on here. Mark and Hunter are going to compete first. Then immediately afterwards, it is going to be myself and Subrath competing. The winners of those two matches will face off in the finals for the Openweight Championship at a later date. We were supposed to have it tonight, but we had some issues. Things happen. That's how this game works. You roll with the ball you're given. So, with that said, Haven, would you like to interview our competitors for this first match?
All right. I'm going to go alphabetical order. In the blue corner, let me see. He's still in his locker room getting prepped. Hitman, how you feeling tonight, man? You coming in with a record of 1-0.
Man, I am feeling super excited to be here. I love MMA. I've been watching it ever since I was very, very young. So I feel like this is my time. So I'm ready to get in there. I'm ready to duke it out. I'm ready to see who the last man standing is.
All right. You more of a striker, submission guy? What do you expect to happen tonight?
I expect a second round knockout, but I'm not going to promise that.
All right. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go to the Canadian corner, the red corner. He is the Canadian Nightmare himself. Mark coming in with a record of 1-0. How you feeling about this match, Mark?
Pretty good, and happy to get it finally underway. And of course, I know you want to ask, I'm a ground pounder, technical style, get you in a submission, make you say uncle.
All right, it's a little Brock Lesnar style. Cool, man. I dig it, man. Awesome, man. I hope you both competitors walk out with everything intact, man. Now we'll kick it back to Nico.
All right, here we go. We have done the pre-match interviews. Now it's time for the introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the MMATS Openweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. And yes, we have an actual blue corner for this one. With a record of 1-0, he is representing the corporation. He is the former Wrestling Trivia Showdown Heavyweight Champion, Hunter the Hitman Chambless. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner and representing the Omega Club and Full Metal Trivia. With a record of 1-0, ladies and gentlemen, he is also the former Wrestling Trivia Showdown Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Canadian Nightmare, Harley Quinn, the Master of Porgs, Mark Boric.
You're forgetting simply greatness.
All right, with the introductions out of the way, let's get to round 1. Now, Tim, Haven, who's keeping score and who's keeping time?
Haven will be keeping time, and I'll be keeping score.
All right. Okay.
All right.
All right, gentlemen, you are veterans of this game, but just for those at home who don't know, round 1 works like this. There will be 8 questions, each worth 1 point. I will ask each question, and the competitors will have 15 seconds to write their answer down on their whiteboard. Repeats are available, but we're going to keep it limited to 4 repeats unless there are technical issues and something cuts out. So, with that said, let's get to question 1. Gentlemen, do you have your whiteboards ready?
Yep. Paper pen, but same thing.
Okay. Question 1. in the category of nicknames. Ucimar Palhares' nickname of Toquinho is the Portuguese translation for what?
That's a good question.
It's always fun to figure out what these Portuguese words stand for when fighters use them as their nicknames.
Oh, yes. I think I know this one since I speak some Spanish.
What's the time?
5.
All right, first let's go to Mark.
I'm not Spanish at all. I'm going with the devil.
Nope. That is
Yeah,
incorrect.
I just said warrior.
That is also incorrect. The full translation is little tree stump because of his very stocky build.
Yes, I remember that now. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on to question 2 in the category of champions. Which UFC veteran held the World Series of Fighting middleweight and light heavyweight championships simultaneously?
Ooh, multi-champion.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Was there a technical issue or?
No. It's a repeat.
Okay, that's one JTE rule for Mark. Which UFC veteran held the World Series of Fighting middleweight and light heavyweight championships simultaneously, as in at the same time?
Five. 2.
Okay, let's go to Hunter this time.
I said Chris Lytle.
Incorrect. Chris Lytle is retired, and he's been retired since before World Series of Fighting started. Mark.
Unfortunately, Ray Sheffield's the only thing coming to my mind, and it's definitely not it.
He does run the promotion, or he did run the promotion, but the correct answer is David Branch, who made his UFC return this year fighting Luke Rockhold in the main event of my hometown of Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Okay. Question 3 in the category of World Extreme Cage Fighting, the WEC. Reigning UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Johnson suffered his first professional loss at WEC 48 to who? This was the WEC's first and only pay-per-view, I believe.
Yes, it was. It was actually really freaking great, too.
Oh, maybe one of these guys will get on the board with this question.
For some reason, though, they didn't advertise during the event as a WEC event. They kept the logo hidden, and I don't know why.
2, 1.
Okay, let's go to Mark this time.
It was a great event, and I fucking drawn a blank on it. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hunter.
I took a guess. I said Brian Bowles. Probably wrong division.
You actually had the right division, but the correct answer was Brad Pickett.
Brad Pickett, yep.
Oh, Pickett, thanks. Damn it.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think that was on the main card, so.
It was on the prelims, yes, it was, but it did. I believe it did broadcast on Spike.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's a fair question. It just.
Moving on to question 4 in the nicknamed Tito Ortiz category: injuries and excuses.
Yeah.
Following his second loss to George St. Pierre at UFC 94, BJ Penn accused GSP and his cornermen, Greg Jackson and Phil Nurse, of cheating by doing what?
Oh, cheating. That's a wild accusation, man.
BJ Penn, an all-time great, but also one of the most annoying fighters for a fan to root for.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Can never really keep momentum going and never really took care of himself as well as he should.
5.
Time. Okay, let's go to Hunter.
Putting oil on his body, baby oil.
Let me hear what Mark
No.
had, and then I'll.
Greasegate, aka too much Vaseline during the rounds.
Mark is correct. Haven, Tim, what do you think we should accept Hunter's answer?
What was Hunter? Hold your thing up again. Let me see.
Okay.
What?
You
Oil.
said
Putting
baby oil. Baby oil, grease.
I don't know because Mark had it precise with grease.
Yeah, it was Vaseline.
Yeah, because he had Greasegate with Vaseline.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Hunter, but it looks like the jury's rooting against you here.
Yeah, that's
It
fine.
was a very famous nickname, Greasegate.
But with that question, Mark finally has a point on the board. Okay, question 5 in the category of The Ultimate Fighter. Name both coaches from season 13.
That was on the Spike channel, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it was still on Spike at that time. They hadn't moved to Fox yet. It was a good season, too.
Yeah.
All right.
You need to repeat?
Repeat, please.
Okay. Name both coaches for The Ultimate Fighter season 13. Hey, Haven, what's the time?
2.
2.
Pens down.
Okay, let's go to Mark first.
Brock Lesnar and Junior Dos Santos.
That is correct.
Oh, nice.
And Hunter, what do you?
Brock Lesnar and Junior Dos Santos.
That is also correct. We have a game now. We have a game. All right. But moving on to question 6 in the category of fighters, though I will say it's also a bit of a pop culture question. Mylan Sam Alvey's wife and corner woman, Brittany McKee Sullivan, is a former winner of what reality show? Joe Rogan mentions this every now and then during Sam Alvey's fights.
That's a tough question. That's a good question. Tough one. A lot of reality shows nowadays on TV.
Oh, there are. There are way too many.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of them are on the E! Network.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean shit to this question. He doesn't have competition with reality shows.
3.
Okay, let's go to Hunter first.
Dancing with the Stars.
No. No. Mark?
Big Brother. I just know for a fact it's not Survivor.
No. She was the winner of the 11th cycle of America's Next Top Model.
Oh. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Not even one of the good ones. Whether it's Big Brother or Survivor.
So basically, the real answer of that question is Sam Alvey is a very lucky man.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to question 7. Mark, this should make you smile. The category of Pride Fighting Championship.
Good.
How many times did Mauricio Shogun Hua lose in Pride? Shogun, one of the all-time greats as well, but damn it, he was too tough for his own good, had some injuries later on in his career.
What country is he from?
He is from Brazil, and he started out his career in the famous Chuta Box Academy, where they apparently held like legit fights to train. But there's video online of Vanderlei Silva and Shogun fighting in the gym, just like beating the snot out of each other.
Yeah, can you repeat the question?
Sure. How many times did Mauricio Shogun Hua lose in Pride?
Okay, yeah.
Right, you guys both have it?
Yeah.
Okay, skip the countdown. Let's just go to your answers. Mark first.
One's just to Coleman, Mark Coleman.
That is correct. And
Nice.
Hunter.
I said 15.
Oh
15.
shit!
Jesus.
Christ.
How many fights you think this
Wow.
guy
He's
had?
got a massive
Wait,
winning record in Pride.
Did you not hear me say in Pride? Oh boy. Okay. All right.
If anybody ever has 15 losses in a UFC match, in any type of MMA match, shit. That's crazy.
Oh, there are, but they usually have like 100 other fights to boot. Question 8 in the category of the UFC. Final question for round 1. At UFC 74, Renato Babalu Sobral won his final UFC appearance by submitting David Heath, but was later fired from the promotion for doing what?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Damn, fired from the promotion. That's not good.
You have to screw up bad to get fired from the UFC after a win.
That's true.
Repeat.
That's true.
Okay.
This is actually pretty famous too.
All right. At UFC 74, Renato Babalu Sobral won his final UFC appearance by submitting David Heath, but was later fired from the promotion for doing what?
Oh, poor Gangrel. I always called him Gangrel because Gangrel's real name is David Heath.
5.
All right, Hunter, let's go to you.
I said hitting after the bell.
No, but you were kind of on the right track. Mark.
Hey, don't worry, Babalu. There's someone that's also replacing you now who's famous for doing this. Go after yourself, Rusmar Pahars. Not releasing a chokehold.
That is correct.
Oh,
All right, so
not releasing submission.
with round 1 in the books, Tim, David, what is our score?
Mark is currently in the lead with 4 points, and Hunter is behind with 1. So it's a 3-point game. It's still close, but I mean, Mark is pretty much pulling away with that 3-point lead. So,
All right, well, round 2 is a killer in any division we have here at Schmoe Bros, so there's still an opportunity for Hunter to catch up. Mark, since you are in the lead going into round 2, do you want to go first or defer?
I'll defer.
Okay, so for those of you at home who don't know how round 2 works, Mark just deferred to Hunter, so that means Hunter is going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this 8-sided die. There are 6 categories plus spinner's choice and opponent's choice on the list of 8. Hunter will have the option to choose from the category my dice lands on. If he does not like that category, he can choose to roll again, but once I roll again, he has to stick with the category he gets. So, first I'm going to read the categories for you. Categories are the Diaz Brothers, WEC, Strikeforce, Chuck Liddell, Pride, and Mixed Bag. And, of course, spinners and opponent's choice. So I'm going to roll. It landed on 7, which is the category of the WEC.
I'm throwing it back.
Okay. Rolling again. Landed on 1, which is Mixed Bag.
Ooh.
So it could work in your favor, it could work against your favor. We'll soon find out.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Question 1 in the – oh, yes. This each question is worth 2 points, but he does have the option of multiple choice. If he chooses multiple choice per question, it will go down to 1 point. Just making that clear for the audience at home. Question 1 in the category of Mixed Bag. Which UFC veteran played the character of Ken the Executioner Dietrich and fought Kevin James' character of the music teacher Scott Voss in the final fight of the 2012 movie Here Comes the Boom?
Oh, crap, who is it?
All right. I need to repeat.
Yeah, I apologize. That's a little long one. Which UFC veteran played the character of Ken the Executioner Dietrich and fought Kevin James' character in the final fight of the 2012 film Here Comes the Boom?
Okay, I'm just gonna go for a guess. Is it Jason Mayhem Miller?
Nope.
He was
Nope.
in the movie, but no. Mark, you have a chance to steal.
I was in the movie with him when I filmed Tapped Out as an extra. Christoph Sosinski.
That is correct for 2 points.
Oh, good 2-point steal.
Nice.
All right, Hunter, your next question in the mixed bag category. Who was the last person Anderson Silva defeated before he lost his UFC middleweight championship to Chris Weidman?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Derek Brunson, B, Chael Sonnen, C, Nick Diaz, or D, Stephan Bonner?
C.
That is incorrect. Mark, you have a chance to steal for 1 point.
Can you stupidly can you repeat those the question and the answer?
Okay. Who was the last person Anderson Silva defeated before he lost his UFC middleweight championship to Chris Weidman?
And can you give me the options again, please?
Oh, yes. Is it A, Derek Brunson, B, Chael Sonnen, C, Nick Diaz, or D, Stephan Bonner?
Am I the only one that can't see Mark right now, or
Yeah, I can't see him either.
You can't?
no?
Where'd he go?
It's coming up on my screen like
What do we have on? What's the time? What's
either
the time?
or. I'm going with Sonnen. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, we can see you now.
Now we can see.
I don't know what happened
That
there.
answer,
I don't know what happened there. Like I just turned my camera on and off. It worked again. I'm
It
sorry.
might have just been internet connection.
unfortunately, that Mark, your answer was incorrect.
It
The
was
correct
Bronson.
answer was- no, it was Stephan Bonner.
Yep.
It was Bonner?
It was an event in Brazil. There were a bunch of injuries with Jose Aldo. Anderson Silva stepped in, took a light heavyweight fight with Stephan Bonner.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
I do remember now.
It's
After I said that answer, I knew exactly what it was too.
Moving on to question 3. And Hunter, I should warn you, Mark might know this answer. Respected fighter turned coach, the late great Sean Tompkins, married the sister of which fighter?
Multiple choice.
A, John McDessie, B, Sam Stout, C, Jonathan Goulet, or D, Chris Horodecki?
You completely cut out on a couple of those options there, at least on my part.
Hunter, did you hear everything okay?
The last two I didn't hear. It was hard for me to.
I'll repeat the choices. Is it A, B, Sam Stout, C, Jonathan Goulet, or D, Chris Horodecki?
Is it B?
B is correct.
1 point.
I'm friends with Sam Still. Fuck.
Finally.
Okay, so with that, Hunter got a point. And now in the final question in the category of mixed bag. In his first reign as UFC Bantamweight Champion, who was the last person Dominic Cruz defended his title against before having to vacate the title due to injuries?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Demetrius Johnson, B, Uriah Faber, C, Takeya Mizugaki, or D, Joseph Benavidez?
I'm between two. I'm gonna say D.
That is incorrect. Mark, you have a chance to steal for 1 point.
Can you repeat the answers?
Is it A, Demetrius Johnson, B, Uriah Faber, C, Takeo Mizugaki, or D, Joseph Benavidez?
I'm trying to remember his injury. I'm almost certain it's Mizugaki.
No, Mizugaki was his comeback opponent.
Oh.
His final opponent as champion was the current UFC flyweight champion.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Really?
Yes, it was in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim, what is the score after the first half of round 2?
All right, the score is as such. Mark is with 6 points with that 2-point steal, and Hunter is only at 2 points. So depending on how Mark does in this category for his round, we might be in close to knockout range.
Yep, we're getting in knockout territory.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, I am spinning for you, and mixed bag is off the table.
Okay, so that's option number 1.
Category 8, the category of the Diaz brothers.
I hate the Diaz brothers so much. You know what? Hey, you guys like flipping people off? I'm flipping you guys off. Give me a new one.
Okay, so do you or not want the category? That doesn't help me.
No. Give me a new one. A new category.
Okay.
I'm avoiding those fuckers like the plague.
Okay.
Category.
It landed on category 7, which is the category of the WEC, World Extreme Cage Fighting.
Let's go with it.
Okay. Question number 1 in the category of the WEC. Who was the last WEC middleweight champion?
Crap. I'm 2 people. Multiple choice, just going to confirm.
Okay, is it A, Steve Cantwell, B, Brian Stan, C, Paulo Filho, or D, Chael Sonnen?
I'm going with Brian Stan.
That is incorrect.
Oh, really?
Hunter, you have a chance to steal.
Repeat the choices again, please.
Okay, is it A, Steve Cantwell, B, Brian Stan, C, Paulo Filho, or D, Chael Sonnen?
C.
That is correct. Paulo Filho was the... And for those of you at home who are wondering, wait, let me explain. So, Chael Sonnen was originally supposed to fight Paulo Filho for the last WEC middleweight championship fight. Paulo Filho missed weight, so it was declared a non-title fight. Chael Sonnen won the fight, but he did not get the belt. So if your history is mixed up in your head, that's the reasoning why. Okay, moving on to question 2 in the category of the WEC. Including interim championships, how many times did Donald Cowboy Cerrone fight for a WEC championship?
Oh, God. Oh, God, this is a... Fight for a WEC.
5.
Multiple choice. Just to buy me some more time while I think.
Is it A, 4, B, 3, C, 2, or D, 1?
I'm going with 4.
That is incorrect. Hunter, you have a chance to steal.
2.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer was 3.
3.
Really?
Oh.
Yes. I believe 1 time against Jamie Varner and 2 times against Benson Henderson.
Oh, I thought he had the 2 fights with Varner. My bad.
Okay. Question 3 in the category of the WEC. At WEC 51, who did the Ultimate Fighter alum George Roop defeat with a second-round head kick knockout?
Oh, Korean Zombie. Chang Song Jung.
That is correct for 2 points.
Korean Zombie.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, final question in the category of the WEC, and this is a pre-Zuffa question. Back before Zuffa bought the promotion.
Stay around Tuesday.
At WEC 7, August 9th, 2003, the promotion crowned its first and only super heavyweight champion. Name that lone champion.
Oh, H2O, former pro wrestler, Ron Waterman.
I did not think anyone would get that without going to multiple choice, but he got it. That is 2 points.
Nice.
Former Pride competitor, used to be in WWE developmental. I know Waterman.
Okay, with that, with round 2 out of the way, Tim, what is the score?
Right now, after round 1, Mark has expanded his lead, even though Hunter was able to get a few steals. It is now 10-3 at the end of round 2. 7-point lead going to Mark.
Okay, so Hunter, you need a big catch-up in round 3. For those of you at home wondering how round 3 works, here's how it's going to go. I have a list of 10 questions here. Mark is going to pick 3 numbers. The first number will be worth 2 points. The second number will be worth 3 points. The third number will be worth 5 points. And then Hunter is also going to pick whatever numbers are left. He's going to pick 3 numbers from whatever is left. Since Hunter is down, he will be answering his questions first. He needs to get...
He needs to at least get his 3 and 5.
Yes,
he needs to at least hit his 3 and 5.
He needs to hit his 3 and 5 at least to take the lead and stay in the game.
Yeah, I mean, he could tie it up with his 2 and 5, but that's a big risk.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, pick your 3 numbers from 1 to 10.
Let's go 5, 4, 9.
Okay, 5, 4, and 9. And Hunter, pick 3 numbers.
6, 1, and 8.
6, 1, and 8. Okay. Hunter, you picked category 6 for your 2-point question. That is the category of rivalries. At Bellator 149, Ken Shamrock and Royce Gracie fought for the 3rd time in their careers. Yes, they fought recently. You're not hearing me wrong. How did that fight end?
Now, you just need how it ended. So, just how the match ended, how the fight ended.
Yeah, I'll take. Yeah, the end result. So the winner, the round, and the finish.
Ken Shamrock by decision.
Nope.
That is incorrect.
Royce Gracie, round 1, referee stop it. Basically, Ken Shamrock gave up.
But by weird circumstances, because Royce Gracie landed a groin shot that the ref did not see. No, Bellator, you're doing good work over there.
The fight lasted longer than it should have. So
Was that the same card that had freaking
Kimbo Slice and Dada 5-5?
Yeah.
The final fight of Kimbo Slice's career. Rest in peace. Okay, Mark, you need to hit this. Not Mark.
No.
Hunter, you need to hit this question to stay in the game. Otherwise, Mark will win by TKO. And you picked category 1 for your 3-point question. That is the category of Joe Rogan.
Oh,
Fuck.
Joe Rogan practices out of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Who is the head coach of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu? And here's a hint. He has a jiu-jitsu promotion named after him that airs on UFC Fight Pass?
Repeat.
Joe Rogan practices out of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Who is the head coach of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu? He has a jiu-jitsu promotion named after him that airs on the UFC Fight Pass.
5, 4, 2.
Fuck it, I don't know.
And your winner by TKO, the Canadian Nightmare, Mark Boric. The correct answer was Eddie Bravo.
Yeah. His jiu-jitsu stuff is actually pretty famous, dude. So the Eddie Bravo Invitational.
All right, folks. Let's get to the post-match interviews. Haven, go ahead.
All right, we're gonna interview the unfortunate loser of this evening in the blue corner, Hunter. What happened, man?
Man, just I'm not gonna make any excuses. I didn't come up in my A game. Mark did a good job. I'm not gonna, come here and cry and whine. I just didn't play my best.
All right, all right. Do you expect to come back in the ring soon?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be back. One loss isn't gonna affect me.
All right, good to hear. All right, now let's go to the champion with the TKO with a record of 2-0 now.
Not the champion.
Not the champion.
Well, not
just
champion.
yet.
The champion of this match. All right, the winner of this match. Sorry, with a record of 2-0 now. How you feeling, Nightmare?
I'm good. I guess a little bit of the stress. It took me a little bit to get back in my groove after just trying to help out with salvaging this. And it's just like it took me a little bit to get into my game, but as you can see, once I got into my game, I started really rocking and rolling. Hunter, you did put up a good fight. I'll give you credit there. Were able to take some of my steals. Props for your stepping in the ring.
Thanks, man.
And yeah.
And with that out of the way, Mark is now one of the two-part puzzle towards the title picture. He will be fighting whoever wins next between me, Subrath, and that match will be for not my match with Subrath, but the winner versus Mark will be the match for the Openweight Championship of the world. Boys, thank you so much for being here. Now it's time to get Subrath in here because we got another match to go.
Do you want me to stick around and maybe help Tim with?
Yes, and Hunter, if you want to stick around too, you can, but just keep your mic muted if that's.
All right. Well, I mean, I got to head out anyway, but thanks you guys for coming on or for having me on. It was fun.
Our pleasure.
I got about these fucking animals.
All right.
Oh yeah, no, me because I can help Tim with some of the names and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Right. See you guys later.
Take
Have a good one, Hunter.
And then while we switch over,
I'll change this up.
Second, bring out Subrath, and then me and Mark can change ours and get ready. So keep watching, folks. We'll be back here in a few minutes.
Great. Good match, guys.
It just take me a couple of questions to get rocking.
TV, anything can happen. Why do I keep calling this TV? The internet. Okay, Mark, you can change your banner to gold, by the way.
I'm working on that stuff now.
Okay.
All right. Mark, you want to go ahead and keep time for me?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
And keep score also, or are you good?
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to keep score, yeah, go ahead. Then I can just focus on the questions and shot of courage here for the viewers. This is how adults get their courage to keep going on.
All right, is Subrath on his way back?
Did somebody message him? He was supposed to wait for somebody to message him.
I don't have the link, so.
Well, no, the link's already in there.
Right.
All you have to do is click it.
Oh, he sees. He sees.
And Nico. Oh, no, actually, you're good. You're good. Keep it like that.
Okay, I'm setting up the banner here.
Oh, he's sending a message back.
He might need to be brought in by email.
He's on his way.
Okay. Oh, he's on his way? Okay.
Well, he gave us the thumbs up, so I'm assuming he's on his way in. Yep, here he is.
Okay, Mark, here's what I got.
Okay.
Okay.
Subrath, we're still alive, so.
Yeah, this is like a. So you can go on camera. This is us just getting set, and as us Irish and Scottish say, sláinte. Woohoo!
Subrath, you there?
Subrath. Okay, he's there.
Oh, they don't call it blue lightning for nothing.
All right.
126 proof. Whew.
All right, and folks, just for those of you who are still watching, let me clarify. There were some issues behind the scenes, so the way I think round 2 is going to work out, it might be slightly different from the way I had it set up for the first match.
No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Plus, I've just started drinking, so don't. I got this. All right, Subrath, you all set?
His mic's turned off.
Yeah, I know, but he can probably still hear us.
No?
Hey, Subrath.
That
Subrath, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I'm just texting someone.
Okay, once you get done with that, go ahead and turn on your video, and then we'll get started. Oh, God. Oh, thank you, Tennessee.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, get your camera on.
there he is.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for our second game in MMA Trivia Showdown, Wreck the Halls. Firstly, we saw Mark win against Hunter, 10-3 by a technical knockout. And Mark is here with us. Mark, how you feeling after that victory? You ready to score keep and time keep?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Now, since I don't have to worry about competing, I can focus on scouting my competition for who's going to attempt to take my title away from me.
It's
That is true.
It's gonna be Nico. It's gonna be Nico.
Well, we have 2 fiery competitors ready to go, and we'll do some pre-match interviewing real quick. I'll go ahead and start with the commissioner of the MMA Trivia League, Nico Suave Regoli, the Cosmic Nightfury himself. Nico, how you feeling?
First off, I'm the general manager. I leave the commissioner to Hunter. That's his job. So I'm just like a smaller boss in a bigger pond. But with that said, I've been on a losing streak this month. I've only won one other match, and it's been in this league. It was against Anthony, my buddy Hawk. And, you know, I really want to end this losing streak, and unfortunately, Subrath has to be on the end of that streak. So, Subrath, I love you. You seem like a good guy. You make some great thumbnails, but I gotta whoop your ass.
All right. And Subrath, how you feeling coming into this? I mean, you've won your match against me, who literally had no idea, so that was a guaranteed win for you. How do you feel coming in facing off against Nico?
I mean, I just want to say that this match is gonna be over in less than 10 minutes. I'm sure for that. I mean, it's not gonna be me who wins. It's definitely gonna be Nico. He has more info. He knows more than I do. I mean,
Well,
if he wins, we're just gonna laugh about it afterwards. We're just gonna maybe trying to do.
Underdogs happen. In all honesty, no one expected Nico, no offense, to beat Jeremy Hastings for the WTS title, and he beat him for the title. Underdog stories happen. Underdog stories happen.
And also, I do want to shout out the credit for these questions tonight for this match are from our Omega Club member, Sean Sandberg. So, Sean, if you're watching this live, thank you for the questions.
And by the way,
By the way,
John, if you're watching at home, we're going to need you to write some more for once we have 2 winners. We need the questions for 5 rounders.
Unless Subrath wins, and then Nico can write the questions. Subrath.
Yeah.
Before I get into the intro, I do want to say this to you, man to man. Focus, Jen Kemp. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into the introductions. First, fighting out of the red corner. He is the Cosmic Nightfury, Nico Suave Regoli, coming out into the ring now. He's coming out ready to fight. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Across the world, he's here with us tonight. He is the Rage Subrath Sharma. He's all ready to go. Mark, you all ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's ask some. Let's do some MMA trivia.
All right, round 1 will work just the same as you would see for a lot of different trivias. We're going to have 8 questions, each worth 1 point, no stealing. And you have your whiteboards. You will write your answers. When you are called upon, you will verbalize your answers as well as show them. So, gentlemen, are you ready? Nico?
Let's do this.
Subrath, are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Round 1, first question. Which former UFC heavyweight did Alistair Overeem knock out in K1 Dynamite in 19 seconds?
You cut out a little bit. Can you repeat the question?
You did cut out there.
Okay, all right. Which former UFC heavyweight did Alistair Overeem knock out in K1 Dynamite in 19 seconds? Mind you, you each have 4 repeats in the whole match.
Despite it being a K1 question, it was also a mixed card.
I will do judgment because I have little experience, mostly with UFC.
I think I got this. But
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Let's go with the raid.
That'll be the F5 himself, Brock Lesnar.
No.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Nico, how about you?
Was it Todd Duffy?
That is correct for 1 point.
Yep, it was Todd Duffy.
All right.
And now we're at 10-1 for Subrath.
Giving Subrath a 10-point lead. There you go. All right. Okay. Which wrestling star played Kobo in Warrior?
Let me just say for the record, I'm going to throw this question because I accidentally saw it on Sean's Facebook page earlier today. So I'm not going to answer.
All right. Okay, since we're going to throw that question, I do
No,
have
I'm saying I'm going to throw it. Subrath can still answer.
Since that is true, and
okay.
we're going to give you a different question. Do you want to grab one of the questions Sean gave for either?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna grab. An overtime question we have here. I doubt we'll need them, but you know. Okay. 1, 2. Name me the winner of the main event at UFC 190.
Relatively recently, so.
Yeah.
There have been too many events.
That's the UFC's problem nowadays. Too many events.
Well, to be fair, they try to keep up with everybody else for that.
They're the one that starts it.
Well, that's true.
In retrospect, this is a good tiebreaker question, though.
Oh yeah. Like Sean came to play with his game, with his questions this time.
You don't get any options at all. You just either know it or you don't. But at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, markers down.
All right, Nico, let's go with you first.
Was it Tyron Woodley?
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Subrath, were you able to pull it?
Is it Nate Diaz?
No.
That is also incorrect.
He's retired.
The correct answer for that one was Ronda Rousey with a knockout in the first round.
Betchka.
I saw that.
Okay, sorry, my bad. I had the timing wrong. Nate Diaz wasn't retired at the time.
There's still,
maybe he was. He retired.
There's still some question as to whether or not Nate Diaz is retired.
Oh, no. As soon as he needs more money, he's coming back to fight.
Just like Brock Lesnar in the WWE, but we will go on with question number 3. Question number 3, who did Conor McGregor knock out 178?
Yeah, last question kind of helps with the time period, too, so.
Yeah.
Repeat the question, please.
All right. That will count as one of your repeats. Who did Conor McGregor knock out at UFC 178? Both of our fighters trying to dig that answer out of their heads.
Not sure if I'm getting the timing right. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. And let's go to
Subrath.
I mean, I know it's a Brazilian guy, but I just put a name somewhere. I just put Nate Diaz again.
That is incorrect. Eventually, hopefully, Nate Diaz will hit for you one of these days.
It's not Brazilian. Nico.
He's Portuguese, though.
Nope.
I got confused on the dates. I had Dustin Poirier, then crossed it out, then wrote Joseph.
So you would have been correct with your first guess.
Yeah, Nico. Dustin Poirier. Poirier.
One thing I will always suggest to players: go with your gut. Never second guess yourself. All right. Question number 4.
If you're getting movie release dates, go 1 year from your answer you're about to say.
Thank you, Mark, for reliving that hell. But for question 4, for the hell for our players now. At UFC 144, did Joe Rogan notoriously say was the greatest comeback he'd ever seen?
Oh, yeah.
I remember this one. And then he took it back afterwards, saying like he was on a high.
Well, Joe Rogan does do a lot of drugs.
That is true.
Comedy specials, that's very true.
All right, I got my answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Let's go to Nico.
Tim Bosch KOing Yushin Okami.
That is correct for 1 point. Subrath, were you able to pull it?
No, I wasn't able to put it, but I just put something funny. It's called CM Punk.
I don't think he would have called that fight greatest comeback. I think he would have called that CM Punk got knocked the fuck out. But
Oh, yeah. Hey, granted, hey, CM Punk's the guy he fought is an impressive fighter now. He's proven himself to be a really good fighter. So,
Mickey Gall.
Ego.
maybe that'll be Punk's future, is testing out good fighters and getting knocked out by them. But for question 5, which country did the UFC travel to for the first time at UFC 112?
Okay, good.
Ooh, I don't know this.
Country or city?
Country.
Country.
I hated this main event with a passion. Let's just say that. Oh my god. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Let's go,
Right.
Nico.
Australia. Big Nog versus Cain Velasquez.
Nope.
That is incorrect.
Nope.
Subrath, were you able to pull it?
Is that United Arab Emirates?
That is
Yes.
correct for 1
Abu
point.
Dhabi. Anderson Silva versus Damian Maia. Damian Maia, you had that match won, buddy.
And the first match between BJ Penn and Frankie Edgar.
Actually, that answer of mine was a guess because I know like fighters they love to go to those type of countries. I was thinking either Qatar, Bahrain, or this.
Well, you McCougared into that one. I will
Yeah, that was
say.
a damn good get. That was good.
All right. For your 6th question in round 1, who did Luke Rockhold beat in Strikeforce?
That is way too broad of a question.
I would probably agree with you, and we're probably going to throw that one out because that one, Mark, would you agree that's pretty broad?
It is if he's only won one match. Well, it's not if he's only won one match.
Is he asking for anybody Luke Rockhold beat in Strikeforce? Because there was more than one.
Yeah, see, the question
Yeah,
is, who did Luke Rockhold beat in Strikeforce?
Okay, yeah, actually, I know Nico's 100% correct. He's
Yeah.
I know. Throw it out. Sorry, Sean, but he's fought more.
Oh, wait. No. I wrote it down wrong. Sorry. Luke Rockhold beat in his first fight in Strikeforce.
Oh.
That's the question.
Yes.
I miswrote it wrong. So that's the question. Who did he first beat in Strikeforce?
Okay, that's 100% fair.
You gotta laugh at my answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Let's go, Subrath.
You gotta laugh in 3, 2, 1. I put Sister Abigail.
No.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Nico, were you able to pull it?
Was it Derek Brunson?
Nope. Josh Neal.
Yep, Josh Neal.
Never heard of him. And there's probably a reason for that.
Actually, I guess Josh Neal's. I've heard of him. But it was also that was the young that was leading up to the infamous Frank Shamrock Phil Brody fight.
What's the score now?
It's
2-1.
yeah, 2-1.
Holy shit!
All
I'm
right.
still in this.
We'll see if this changes though. Question number 7. Who did Lyoto Machida knock out at UFC on Fox 4?
Oh,
Nico seems pretty confident.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Go, Nico.
was it Mark Munoz?
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Subrath, were you able to pull it?
Was it Tyler Woodley?
That is also incorrect. The correct answer was Ryan Bader. Ryan Bader.
Ryan Darth Vader.
Questions.
All right, our last question in round 1. As simple as this.
That's simple, eh?
Yeah, hold on. Let me double check to make sure I didn't write this wrong. Okay. Name me the fastest knockout in UFC history.
Oh, okay. This is easy enough.
Yeah. I would hope so.
I remember it, but fuck, I'm blanking on the dude's name.
Really? Okay.
Blanking. I'm also blanking on the same dude's name you're thinking about.
Oh wait, I just remembered it.
It was
Just for where he's from.
it was a
Maybe
5-second knockout.
I'm not sure exactly of the time, honestly.
I'm pretty sure it's 5. It's pretty infamous.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, but still 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Subrath, let's go to you.
It's McGregor versus, I couldn't pull out his name, Brazilian guy in 15 seconds.
No.
That is incorrect.
Way too long of a fight. Way too long.
Nico?
There's some question by the Nevada State Athletic Commission as to whether or not this is the fastest, but Dwayne Ludwig versus Jonathan Goulet.
That is correct. That is what I have written down.
Yep.
How long did that match go?
6 seconds. 5 seconds. 15.
I never see it.
It's an older event, but it's like 15 seconds. That's way too long of a fight for a quick knockout.
Now, I think the fastest knockout the commission has counted is Todd Duffy over Tim Hague, I think.
But either or, you are correct, though, Nico. So that puts you up at 3-1 at the end of round 1.
All right. With that said, at the end of round 1, we go into round 2. Round 2 will work just as the same, except I don't have dice. And you have 8 categories, which are, of course, opponent's choice, spinner's choice, Conor McGregor, UFC, Strikeforce, MMA films, complete annihilations, fights that were ridiculously one-sided, and pride. Now, with that, since I don't have dice, I assigned them with a number. So, Nico, you are in the lead. Give me a number between
Nico,
1 and 8.
You want to go first or second?
Oh, yeah, Nico.
Let me go first.
Okay. All right, give me your number 1 through 8. The first one you can throw back, unless you land on opponent's choice.
Give me 6.
Ooh.
Well,
Pride fighting.
Nice.
Would you like to keep it or throw it back?
I'm gonna throw it back.
Oh, boo.
All right. What's your next number?
4.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't have said that.
It's opponent's choice, isn't it?
UFC, the category of UFC.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I always got to fuck with them somehow, Mark. That's how you make them want more.
Oh, yeah.
All right. In the category of UFC, you will have 4 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. You can opt to multiple choice, which will make it 1 point. And Subrath, just remember, there is stealing. So if he misses this, steal it. All right. Nico, you ready for your first question?
Go for it.
All right. Your first question. Who fought Chuck Liddell at UFC 40?
Jeremy Horn.
That is incorrect. Subrath, you have a chance to steal.
Repeat the question, please.
Okay, that will count as one of your repeats. Who fought Chuck Liddell at UFC 40?
I have no idea.
All right. The correct answer was Renatu Sobral. Babalu was his nickname.
Fuck.
Yep. All right, Nico, for your second question. Who did Rampage Jackson fight to unify the Pride and UFC light heavyweight titles?
Dan Henderson.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, for your third question. Which UFC event did Chris Weidman break Anderson Silva's leg?
Oh, which event? I believe it was in December of 2014 or 15. Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice is A, UFC 167, B, UFC 170, C, UFC 169, and D, UFC 168.
168.
That is correct for 1 point.
I had a feeling it was an even number.
I'm sorry. As keeping score. Nico, is that your first point you got in round 2? I had
No,
taken.
Nico had he hit the 2 points on his last question.
Okay,
And, and I hit 1 point on this one, so that brings me up to 6 points, I believe.
okay. Yeah, sorry. I also a little bit of an important phone call I had to take there.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right, Nico, your last question in UFC. Name me the state where Jackson Winklejohn MMA is located.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That is correct.
That's all I needed was the state there, smart ass.
Oh, it's easy enough to say Albuquerque, New Mexico, though.
I know. I'm being an asshole. All right, Subrath, you are now up. Give me a number between 1 and 8, and number 6 is off the table.
Just a quick score rundown. Nico, you're at 8. Subrath, you're at 1.
Oh, Subrath, you need to have a big round here.
Number 2.
Number 2, you say. Be doing cartwheels in your front yard. Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I'll take it, of course.
Cartwheels
Are you
would
sure? We can throw it back.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay.
And
All right.
cartwheels would be better suited for Diego Sanchez questions. Mark
All
gets
right.
that.
Yeah.
Subrath, for your first question in Conor McGregor, where you have multiple choice. Who did Conor McGregor beat to become the Case Warriors lightweight champion?
Oh, fuck. That's an indie question.
Multiple choice.
All right. A. Ivan Butchinger. B. Danny Henry. C. Drew Dauber. Or D. Joaquin Silva.
Joaquin Silva.
That is incorrect. Nico, chance to steal for 1 point.
Can you repeat the choices?
That's very easy to cut out there.
Fuck you.
Tough names, tough names.
Yes. Ivan Butchiner, A. B. Danny Henry, C. Drew Dauber, or D. Joaquin Silva.
I think it was Ivan.
That is correct for 1 point steal. Hopefully you can finish strong with these last 3 questions. What was the final outcome for Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz 2? What was the final outcome?
And we're looking for, like,
This is the rematch, right? This is the rematch.
Yeah.
Well,
We're looking for who won and how they won.
Yeah. And when they won.
I mean, I know who won, but regards to how they won it, I didn't see the match. So I'll just take multiple choice for this one.
Okay. Option A, Conor wins by KO in round 2. B, majority decision win for Conor. C, McGregor by KO in round 4. And D, McGregor by KO in round 3.
It was by decision. B.
That is correct for 1 point.
Nice.
All right. For your third question, who did Conor McGregor first loss come to?
His first loss in his entire career was to who?
His first defeat.
Yes.
Yes.
Multiple choice.
I hate you so bad. A, Jason Sago. B, Jordan Rinaldi. C, Nate Diaz. Or D, Artemija Setenkov. Mark, am I saying that right or what?
Maybe. JT's my idol. My pronunciation's gonna be screwed.
I kind of feel JTE right now. So Subrath, your choice.
Well, I need a repeat for the final option, please.
I want to spell it out for you because I don't know how to pronounce it. Artemej Sitenkov.
I'm the one that came up with these multiple choices. So these are actual real people.
He sounds too specific to be in that option.
I'm surprised Joseph Duffy isn't on this list.
4, 3
is D.
2.
That is correct for 1 point.
It's too obvious.
Mark,
because
really?
you didn't pronounce the name.
What?
Mark, you didn't put Joseph Duffy on the list?
No, I didn't. I thought that was too obvious.
Yeah, but it
All
gives
right.
you an easier name to say.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not giving away any hints, so.
All right. Subrath, for your last question. Which submission did Joe Duffy beat Conor McGregor with?
Why is this all about Conor McGregor losing? What about him winning?
I didn't write the questions. Take it up with Sean.
That makes it too easy.
Okay. Repeat the question, please.
All right, that'll count as one of your repeats. Which submission did Joe Duffy beat Conor McGregor with?
Not sure what it's called specifically, so I will just go multiple choice again.
Okay, these ones I can do just fine on. A, arm triangle choke. B, knee bar. C, guillotine choke. Or D, rear naked choke.
What was B again?
Knee bar.
I think it was Neva.
That is incorrect. Nico, chance to steal for 1 point.
It's either A or D. I'm going to say arm triangle.
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
Whew.
All right. Mark, at the end of round 2, what are our scores?
Kind of like a repeat of our last match. Nico, you're at 10. Subrath, you're at 3.
All right, and I will say for round 3, before we get into the rules and how we're going to do it this time, Subrath, you need to have a big round 3. Okay. Round 3 is going to work a little bit different this time. We don't have numbers to pick from this time. What we have are 2 options, option A or option B. Option A and B both have 3 questions in there, each worth 2, 3, and 5 points representing them. So, Nico, you are in the lead. You do have the option to choose either option A or option B.
I choose A.
Option A? All right. For that, Subrath, you will be going first, and you will have the questions in option B. So with that, for your first question for 2 points, let me get down to it. Okay, your first question. Which fighter knocked out King Mo Lao with a spinning back fist?
You might have to repeat that. You did cut out.
Yeah. Okay, let me repeat. Which fighter knocked out King Mo Lawal with a spinning back fist?
He rarely goes by his last name, so it's fair.
It's King Mo, but it's King Mo Lawal.
Was it Georges St. Pierre?
No.
That is incorrect.
Emmanuel Newton.
Yes, that is the correct answer.
But you don't get
All
any
right.
points for a steal there.
I know.
Subrath, you have to hit your 3 and your 5 to keep going to push it back to Nico, or Nico will win by technical knockout. All right, your second question for 3 points. Which UFC fighter did Jose Aldo knock out with a flying knee in WEC?
Ooh, I know this one.
The World Extreme Cage Fighting.
I'm going to go with my guts again and say Nate Diaz.
Oh, no.
And your winner by technical knockout, the Cosmic Nightfury, Nico Suave Regoli. The correct answer was Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson was the correct answer.
No idea who that is.
What?
And with that, we have back-to-back 2 technical knockouts. I've done enough talking for this one for right now. Mark, would you like to go ahead and do our post interviews?
Will do. Hey, I guess this proves that me and Nico deserve to be fighting for this title. We both TKO'd our opponents with the same score of 10-3. So hey, Nico, in the finals, I look forward to facing you. But first, let's go to our unfortunate loser of the night, Subrath. You put up a pretty valid performance. You got a couple good steals. You had a couple good guesses. Well, not really steals, but a couple good guesses. So it kept you in the game. You thought you were going to get KO'd in like the first 5 minutes. You last longer than you thought you did. So how are your thoughts?
I'm quite surprised by that. And by the end of the first round, it's quite close. It was 3-1. It wasn't like 8-1. I was surprised. I mean, Nico, you have a lot of work to do, like before facing Mark now.
We had the same score.
I finally ended the game, and yeah, I started. I'll admit I started off slow also, so we'll have to.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I just want Mark to win to prevent all the bias.
Oh, it's no bias. Hey, don't worry, Subrath. I'll always be here to destroy you in any way possible.
Yeah, good to know.
But thanks for the vote of confidence, buddy. Nico, you're the GM. You're the guy that sets up the matches here. You're now 2-0 with a nice TKO victory. Any thoughts?
The losing streak is over. Oh, it feels good to finally get a win again. With that said, it's going to be you and me, Mark, in the finals for that Openweight Championship. And regardless of where I stand in the free-for-all, I will proudly carry that belt as #1 over my shoulder. Destiny is looking down. It's smiling upon me. Destiny is smiling upon me. And I can't wait to show everyone who the boss is.
Okay. Someone's seeming a little confident now. Hey, that's
All right. I want to step in and break this up before it gets any worse. With that, we do have our final 2 competitors that will compete for the MMA Championship. The Cosmic Nightfury, Nico Suave Regoli, and the Canadian Nightmare, Mark Boric himself. Win or lose, this title will go to Omega Club regardless, so I think we all win there.
oh yeah.
But also, before we go out tonight, one quick throw out there for tomorrow night. The final qualifier for the TV Trivia Championship Tournament is the Crusher Malcolm Lay will go against the returning C-Dub Chris Woodburn, and the winner will face Ellen Pendergast in the eastern side of the bracket, and we'll be doing a video later to go over the bracket after that win. But for all of us tonight in MMA Trivia Showdown, we're going to sign off. Subrath, where can the kids find you online?
I mean, you guys can find me on Movie Battleground where we do the movie debating league. I mean, we'll soon have the championship round between Jeremy Adams, Luca Fallon, and Linus Babcock.
And by the way, those links are down below in the description. I put them down in there. So there you can find Movie Battleground. You can find Worldwide Movie Games as well, which is where the matches will eventually be moved to. Just keeping up to date on all the things going on in the world of trivia.
And guys, throw all my support behind my main man, Jeremy, the Adam Adams. You've got this, buddy. Bring that title home.
And
I'm picking Luca for this one.
I wonder why.
Especially, we will say Nico or Adam, congratulations. Hopefully, you bring that home. I have no doubt you won't, though. I know you'll bring that title home. Yeah.
And now he won.
We'll see about that, you ringworm. Also,
that doesn't exist. I'm NWO. I'm NWO here.
Yeah, whatever.
NWO still.
Nico, where can the good kids find you online?
Someone just fell and broke their neck. Okay. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Nico Suave Regoli. You can also find, since he's not here to say so, you can find Hunter right here on Film Nerd TV. Find us. The links to the MMA Trivia Showdown page on Facebook and the Schmoe Bros Trivia Shows page on Facebook as well are also included down in the description below. Mark, I've included your link for Full Metal Trivia. I took care of everybody today in terms of where people can find them.
All right. Hopefully you took care of TV as well. Mark, where can the good kids find you online?
As Nico said, I spend a lot of my time doing the Full Metal help as one of the key one of the key members of Full Metal Trivia. Join us. Look us up on Facebook and YouTube. We'll get you a match as soon as possible. Schmoe Bros. I'm all over the place with Full Metal Trivia and Schmoe Bros. You just whistle and I'm there.
I pretty much feel that. I am, as always, TM Smith. That's right, TM, unlike the wannabe king that jerks himself off in a bathroom stall while looking in a mirror and getting off on it. You know, the king, I guess you want to call him. But I am TM Smith, Omega Club, Believe. You can find me at Schmoe Bros Trivia. The link is down below. As Nico has said, you can also find me running the TV division over there for TV Trivia. We will have our last qualifier tomorrow. And as always, on my personal Facebook or on my personal YouTube on TM Smith Reactions. Of us, Subrath, Nico, Mark, and myself, I do want to have one shout out. Thank you to Haven, the Villain Pendergast, the Wolf Green, Gregory Grant. Thank you guys for hanging out in the chat. And of course, as always, good night, goodbye to this mess. We usually do better. Good night.